There's WD-40 can right there. Hello, Mr. Austin.
Hi, Bruno.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Amazing as always. My office is a little bit of a mess. I was fixing my 3D printer because he leaked. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, I lied. That was not a lot of fun. It was a pain in the butt.
I bet.
All right. Um, here. So how are you feeling today? Good? Having
Uh,
fun?
I had a lot of fun with Xamarin, and by had a lot of fun, I meant I did a lot of research and learned nothing.
Learn nothing. Come on, you learned something because
Well,
if you fail, that means you're learning.
yeah, I learned everything that I don't need to know now.
Yes, good. Uh, yeah, sometimes there will be frustration in development, and that's normal. That's
Yeah.
the thing that as a developer you need to understand is you need to cope with that. You need to find a way to.
Right.
Sometimes your day is not gonna be very productive. It's gonna be a lot of, okay, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. And then you
Yeah.
find out you just need to restart your machine, and it's like, oh, I just
Yeah.
wasted a day.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how the printer head looked like.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that white stuff is not supposed to be there, by the way.
It's not.
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, it
I
leaked
was
from
wondering.
right there from the bottom of that red thing. That's white stuff is plastic. Have any
Okay.
idea
I
how
didn't know that.
difficult it is to remove plastic like that? It's a lot of pain.
I
But
bet.
but I learned about more about the printer head, so that's a good thing. Okay.
That's good.
Um, let me try to think. So, do you have any questions before we start?
Um, so you don't have a lot of experience with Xamarin at all. So we're both just kind of flying blind at this point.
Not flying blind, but more learning together.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
here's the interesting thing about development. Um, when you get to a certain level, you don't care too much about the technology anymore because everything is the same. Everything is about flow and is about data in, data out. That's all you care about. So if you can
Okay.
get to that level where you understand, one, there's no magic. There got to be a way that things are communicating with each other and things are getting displayed. Once you understand the
Yeah.
flow of the system, that is the difference between the systems, like Java versus um, JavaScript or C Sharp or whatever other language, is maybe how the flow is different. So, but you need to understand the flow. As a developer, your goal is to compile code in your head, to be able to look at code and go like, okay, the code is going to do this, this, and this, and this. And then when you execute, it should meet your expectations.
Okay.
If you execute something and it does not meet your expectation, then either you have the wrong expectation or the system is misbehaving because of some configuration setting or something else. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. It makes sense.
I'm trying to go like all zen and everything, but that is not the main goal. Well, okay. I guess I have been forgetting to pray before we start, so let's do that first. Um, Dear God, I pray and ask of you to give me the wisdom to pass on to Austin, and also give us the wisdom to do the things that we need to do right now. Um, Give us the understanding, my Lord, and the knowledge that we need to understand all of this. In Jesus' name we pray and ask. Amen.
Amen.
I don't think the microphone that I'm listening to is your headset. I think it's coming from your computer because I'm hearing all the noises around you.
Well, okay. So it's my AirPod. It's super sensitive because it's so small. They try to
Oh,
compensate for that. I have my microphone turned off on my computer.
okay. Okay, okay. Okay, so I'm getting. Oh, yeah, you're right because the camera is on your computer, right?
Yeah, the camera's on the computer, and then the
Okay.
microphone's from my phone.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're joining with. Okay, gotcha. Um, okay, so I asked you if you had any questions. Do you have any questions or?
Um, Not really. I did some research on list view earlier today, and all I could find is that it works just like displaying a list on the screen, which is helpful to know that, but it didn't really tell me how we actually go about displaying that.
Okay. Um, okay. Because here's the main thing for you at least. Um, Becoming a developer, I cannot do that. You're the only one that can do it. I know it takes
Yeah,
time, and I know sometimes you're out of you're finished your job and you're like, oh my god, I can't. No, no, I need to rest. Austin needs to rest right now. It is not easy. I
right.
I had to force myself to do it, and honestly, I learned a lot once I actually got the job. Right before you get the job, you're kind of like, but then when you have to do that 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, then you start really getting it. That's when you get your stride. But for you to get to that stride, you need to be able to at least know the basics. I know right now what you're probably doing is you're trying to do perfection. Perfection is not going to
Mhm.
work. So if you're
Okay.
trying to make this application perfect the first time around, this is your first app or third or fourth or whatever number you're at. It's not going to be perfect. I have done dozens. I lost count. I have a lot of apps. I wrote a lot of apps. But the thing is, none of them are perfect. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. But here's the thing you have to make them. Um, One good book to read is Atomic Habit. I don't know if you read that book. Here's the cool thing um, there's this little um, application called Libby,
Okay.
and it is your library. So you can get free audiobooks.
Okay. So kind of like Audible.
Yes, the only difference is sometimes some books will have a queue that you need to get in, and it might take like a couple of weeks for you to get that book. But you can listen
Okay.
for free. I mean, not really free because you're paying taxes, but yeah, you just go to the library. You just need a library card, so get that figured out, and then once you have the library card, download the app and log in, and you can get this
Okay.
Atomic Habit right now for free and listen to it. Uh, the sermon series that Pastor John is going through right now is heavily based on this book. So
Okay.
what he did is he probably read this book and now he's doing connections with the Bible because basically the you know all these guys are what do you call stealing from the Bible and
Yeah.
thinking these are their own ideas. Um,
Yeah.
but one of the main things that he talks about is like for example somebody wants to start exercising. He gives a rule. It's like you're going to exercise for 3 minutes every day. So this guy would dress up, get on his outfit, go to the gym, put on his watch 3 minutes. He would exercise for 3 minutes, get up and leave. And he did that for 15 days, every day.
Okay.
And then he would increase the time. So what I'm asking of you is, it doesn't matter what, open Visual Studio, program for 3 minutes, and then close Visual Studio and go to sleep or do whatever you want to do. The main thing is you cannot skip a day.
Okay.
Okay, you can do 3 minutes. You should be able to do 3 minutes. What I'm trying to do, what I'm,
Yeah. I should.
I didn't do this, but I'm doing this right now with Unity because I'm trying to, get. I'm not trying. I'm getting to. Uh, I am a game developer, so for me to do this, I need to play with the tool. And here's the thing: I need to fail with the tool. I'm trying to fail as much as I can, just trying to do things. There was an example that he uses for a photography class that he did. This teacher had two classes. Okay, so the first class he told his students, you go out there and you take as many pictures as you can, and you're going to choose the 100 best pictures, and I'm gonna grade you at the end of the semester on those 100 pictures.
Oh
Then he
wow.
told another team of his other class he said the following: I'm going to grade you in the one perfect picture that you take at the end of the semester. You're gonna bring me one perfect picture, and that's going to be your grade. Out of the two classes, the one that did best was the one that took the most pictures. Why? Because they were failing. They were going like, okay, I'm gonna take this picture, and oh, it doesn't look right. So he takes another, he takes another, he takes another. The other people were trying to do all the technical thinking. They were thinking, oh, well, I need to put the lights at this angle because this book said this, and I need to do this way and that way. And they didn't experience failure. They were trying to do the perfect picture. That's not how you learn. You learn through failure.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you is don't be afraid to mess the code. It's in Git. If you mess up, we can go back to it. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid of going like, oh, I'm not gonna touch this because Bruno is gonna like it. No, I'm going to like this code. No, go do it. Go like mess it up, break it. I mean, get a chainsaw to it and break it apart. Try to
Okay.
do things. You don't need to do that list. If you want to do by a bunch of text fields one after another and make that work, that's fine.
Mhm.
Try to do ridiculous things because as you're going through it, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And I guess I never asked you what do you want to get out of this? I mean, do you want to become a
I just
developer full time or
well, for the most part, I just want to do this for Axiom because it helps me as someone who is in charge of the inventory to be the most efficient at my job as I can be. So if I can do this just for me and Axiom, it makes my life easier. It makes everyone else's life easier. And so really, I guess what I just want to do is just be more efficient.
okay? So that will definitely open that door.
Mhm.
The thing is, you're going to be if you have aspirations, no, inspiration, no. You have a goal. I think that's going to if you have that goal, it needs to be strong enough that you're going to go through thick and thin. Because here's the
Yeah.
thing, there's going to be days where you go like a whole week and you do no progress, even if you have worked like 3 or 4 hours a day on it. And at the end of it, you learn that the path that you chose is the wrong one. And it's going to frustrate the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you need to be able to cope. And the way to cope normally is your goal is going to help you with that. For me, it was just because I like doing it. I like typing code. I like messing with it. I like trying to solve problems. That's what drives me. And learning programming, it will be used anywhere where you choose to go. And finding the solution to an inventory problem, I mean, chances are somebody has already found a solution, right? I mean, there is
Yeah.
probably thousands of applications out there that does inventory. But here's the difference that you can do, okay? You can focus on the niche of a coffee shop.
Yeah.
There's another book that I highly, highly recommend. Where is it? And I have heard this book multiple times, and I give you the incentive to read it if I can find it. It is here. There. Unscripted. Open up. Oh, open the. 1 second. Play. Play the thing. It's thinking about it. Okay, there. Go. Open that.
Okay.
Focus. Okay. Um, his main thing that he talks about is if you want to find that $1 million idea, you need to find a solution to a problem. So, for example, somebody works as a painter. Okay, so he's painting walls, right? Not a glorious job, right?
Yeah.
However, he finds a problem, for example, all the brushes are horrible. Well, he goes and invents a new type of brush and goes sells that. That's $1 million idea. However, you have to go through the pain of going through that problem and finding the solution for it.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this um, inventory system needs to be focused to solve your problem the best way possible. How can you make inventory faster, right? You don't want to go through each of the items and go like click, click, click. Maybe you just take a picture of the shelf and the software automatically figures out what the products are and counts them for you.
Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
multitude of problems. So why did I go through all of this? Yeah, just trying to do a 1,000-foot view, 10,000-foot view. I forgot how the saying goes. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
does that help? I don't know if it helps,
Yeah.
but oh well.
Yeah. It
Okay.
helps a lot.
Okay. So let's try to look at some code then. Yeah, go ahead and share your screen with me and show me where you're stuck right now. Maybe I can help. I don't know a lot about Xamarin, but maybe we can figure out what do you call the flow is. So what did you find?
So this right here is something that I was with. This is basically just a creation for a list view,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I really don't know what half of this means. I've tried to do some research, but you know, the documentation's just kind of very general. It doesn't really get into specifics.
Yeah, and by the way, that's the one thing that I find all the time is documentation for software development is really they are trying to explain things to you that doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes. They're trying to give you like they're opening a fire hose at you, and you just like I just want to load the list. I don't care about 15 options that this list can do. I just want to do this one thing.
Uh,
So normally Stack Overflow is the best way of finding it. But again, the problem here too is maybe we're going the wrong direction. Maybe Xamarin is not a way to do this. Because here's what I'm finding as I'm looking
okay.
around is there's not a lot of Xamarin help.
Yeah.
And you probably found the same way. So what we might want to do is instead of doing Xamarin, we can just do pure Android or pure iPhone.
Okay.
The problem with doing pure iPhone is you need a Mac.
Yeah.
So that kind of kills it. Um, or we can the Axiom. Does Axiom have any tablets or anything that you can use?
We have a tablet that I have. It's a Android tablet that I can use.
Because what we might want to do is instead of going the Xamarin route, we might go pure Android and just do
Okay.
Android development, and we just have the back end be C# and the front end is Android.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, this thing is copying Android but in C#. Well,
Yeah.
if it's copying Android, so we might as well use the Android tools.
Right.
Okay. Um, so remember that I told you that you might go like 2 weeks doing something, then you're gonna go like this is not the right way of doing it. This is an
Yeah.
example
Okay.
because you're going to find tons of help on Android side.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the good thing: we can keep the same repo, so you can put the application on the same directory where the C# application is, but we're going to
Okay.
use the Android tools to do it.
I see.
Okay. So first thing that we want to do is just delete this PL phone. Just kill it. Just right click on it and say delete or remove. Okay, and then go to that directory structure. So if you right click on the solution file and go to open folder in File Explorer. Yep. And then just see in there the PL phone that delete that directory. Okay. All right. So go back to Visual Studio and let's commit and push. And maybe the comment in there is like, forget about Xamarin.
There we go.
Okay. And just commit and push. Goodbye, Xamarin. Okay. So I think the current tool that Android developers use is Android Studio. So go to Google and look for Android Studio.
Okay.
Yeah, just click on that. Because I think that's what it says, right? And yeah, just go. Yeah, just accept it. I think they try to get the rights to your first child, so just be aware of that.
Okay. I'm perfectly fine with that.
No, don't be fine with that. Uh, okay, yeah, just go download the Android Studio.
I think it's still. Oh wow, that's gonna take a long time.
How long? 6 minutes is a long time. Ah, yes. Austin, you have no idea what is a long time. A long time is when you go to get
I mean,
download and it tells you this is gonna take 8 days. And you just have to keep your
do you
machine
guys
on
have
for
this
eight
one?
days. Oh yeah, I had those instances. Downloading like
Oh
600
no.
megs on a modem, like not a cable modem, a phone modem. Um,
Okay.
I'm not gonna go to like, oh, this is old times. It was great. No, it wasn't. Old times are horrible. Every single old time,
Yeah.
the good old days, they're not good. They're horrible.
Yeah.
Just people don't remember those.
I see.
Let me check here. Android developer tools. Um, yeah, Android Studio is the one that people use the most. So we'll go with that.
Okay.
And sometimes what you'll see is a tool will be in the, like Eclipse is another tool that people will use. Eclipse is horrible. It's
Hmm.
old and it's full of, it's clunky. Um, I believe in
Yeah.
the beginning of Android, Eclipse was the way to do it. When Android Studio came out, it was clunky and horrible. But I think Google put enough developers on top of it, and now it's good, pretty stable.
Okay.
All
Yeah, I
right,
remember doing Eclipse in high school.
yeah, Eclipse is horrible. Whoever says Eclipse is great, they're lying. They're lying to
Man,
themselves and they're lying to you.
my computer science teacher swore by it. He was like, "We don't use anything but Eclipse in this class."
Yeah, he was old, wasn't he?
Very.
Yeah, there we go. That's why. That's the other thing also as a software developer you need to understand. You need to keep up with the times. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no way around it. You're gonna have to study, and continue to study all the time. You're gonna have to learn new tools, how it works. It's a constant non-stop. It's not, oh, I finished college, I'm done. No. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you forever to learn this stuff. But here's the good thing. The old stuff is built, I mean, the new stuff is built on the old stuff.
Mhm.
So Android Studio behind the scenes is doing the same calls that Eclipse was doing, just better and cleaner.
Yeah.
So, for example, do you have? Oh, you don't have Windows 11, right? But
No.
if you click on your Windows icon there on the bottom left and go to that little gear thingy, right? This is the settings, right?
Hmm.
But now hold Windows key and press R as in rat or as in run and type in control.
Control.
Mhm, and press enter. That's the old screen. It's still there. So that means Windows 10 is still running stuff that XP had. So those screens are
Okay.
still the same. And even with Windows, I think it was Windows 8, they did that setting screens. They didn't have all the options in there. You couldn't change IP addresses using that screen.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so there is still work to be done. Oh, the old stuff never goes away. And the new stuff, chances are, is still calling the old calls.
Yeah.
So 1 minute left.
It's gonna be the longest minute ever.
And yeah, the chances are you can also probably develop Android on Visual Studio Code, but we're not going to try to do the clunky way of
Yeah.
getting that to work.
Okay.
Because here's the other way for you to figure it out if if something is still in use is look for jobs for that. Look for jobs for Xamarin developers and see how many jobs there are for it. That's how you can tell
Okay.
if something is dying.
I see.
Other way too is if you look for Visual, what was the thing? Visual Basic. You probably barely find any jobs.
Okay.
23 jobs. There were 100 jobs for Xamarin. Wait, let me see here. Xamarin. Yeah, go ahead and you didn't finish it. Can't spell Xamarin. Xamarin. Then look for jobs. So it tells me 100 plus, but how many are there really? Does it give me a total count? Would love to have a total count, please. Did it finish?
It did.
Okay, go ahead and click on install. I mean, Control C, by the way. I mean, not Control C, Control J. Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah, just go next. Yep, sure, next. That sounds good. Next.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Install. All right. Tyranny of default. Is a majority of people who do default, and then sometimes there's a horrible option in there.
Yeah.
One of the ones that have I really need to pay attention whenever I'm installing is Git, like Git Bash,
Yeah.
the actual command line, because there's a bunch of options in there, and one of them is really bad that I normally change. Okay,
Sure.
click on next
Okay.
and start the studio. Go ahead and close Visual Studio so it doesn't bring your machine to a crawl. Do not import settings. You don't have any settings to import.
Okay.
Now look at that. They have a little mascot, chipmunk.
There you
Don't send. We don't want Google spying on us. Welcome to Android environment. Okay, next. So here's where we're going to configure this thing. Just the standard. We are not good enough in Android to.
Yeah.
All right, you prefer dark? All right. If you reviewed installation settings in previous, so let's see here. Yeah, I think that's good. It is going to install the latest stuff. Okay. Next.
Okay.
So it's going to install the emulators. Okay, accept. Oh, you need to accept each header. So Android
So the
SDK.
right there.
Yeah, click on the Android SDK license. So you don't need to do each item. Go to the top level. Like the Android SDK license. Oh, that one too. Yeah, I think if you go to the header, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Okay, no, click on the item itself,
I
not on
see.
the drop down, not on. Oh, okay, yeah, accepts all of them. Okay, yeah, just do that. Do the one to the bottom one. Okay, finish.
Okay.
Yay. So this is gonna be Java.
Oh, love that.
Yeah,
I
I hate
haven't touched
Java.
Java in years.
Well, you're gonna have a reconnection with it,
Hmm.
but it should be pretty straightforward.
I
And
hope so.
hopefully, it gives us an example of an application so we can play with that.
Okay.
And then it's a matter of just switching out fields and looking online on how to do things.
Wow, that's moving fast, but not fast at all.
Um, Trying to figure it out. Learn more. It doesn't give me a total option. I wanted to see like how many jobs are there total. Uh, could have the best. Okay, let's just look at our area. Because here's the advantage too. DFW area is really good for technology.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 miles around my area gives me 10 jobs for Xamarin. Wait, no, it isn't. That's not what I asked. I asked for Xamarin. Oh, it just includes Xamarin keyword. Does it give me more? Post your. No, there's just 10 jobs. Let's see for C Sharp. 378 for our area alone. So Xamarin had 10. C Sharp had, let's see, Android developer. Android developer 20. iPhone developer? Those are bad. 1. Oh, this is bad. Java developer. 678. So there's more Java developer openings. Wow, this one 192,000 a year. That's not bad.
What?
Yeah, developers are well paid, my friend.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like low end developer is 60,000, like starting salary.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I have the wrong job.
uh, currently, yeah, software developer. Some software developers get paid more than doctors. So yeah, and it's just a
That's,
4-year degree versus a 8-year degree.
yeah, and I mean, I guess that's what you get for working with insurance companies, don't you?
Yeah, um, but here's the catch, because there's always a catch, right?
Of course.
You need to love.
I'm sorry?
You need to love what you're doing, because if you
Yeah,
go, because there's a lot of developers that go into development because of the money, and they will regret it later. Because one, they're not gonna be a good
yeah.
developer, so it's gonna be hard to find a job, and two, they're going to hate every single day of their lives. So they can be making like 100K, but if they hate their job, then it's a problem.
Something weird happened.
And also, you need to look at where you are, because as I understand, if you're in California and you make 100K, you're under the poverty line,
Okay.
because over there things are really expensive. Okay, seems like you finished.
Do you see this?
Yeah. No,
Do you
those
see
are
it?
probably just some small pieces. It's okay. It should be okay.
Okay.
Yay! All right. So we are doing a new project.
All right. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So what do we
very
want? Let's see
cool.
here. We don't want login activity. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So we probably want something with a list. Scrolling activity. Maybe
Whoa.
that's the one. Oh, native C++. Do not do that one.
No
Uh,
problem.
okay. So we want something that is like a list. Is there a? There's a navigation. No, not
Probably the
navigation drawer.
navigation drawer.
No, because we're going to have is a list of products. So we don't
Okay.
want to log in. Full screen activity, Google Ad, empty activity, navigation, empty compose activity, base activity. I'm leaning towards base activity. Scroll down again so I can see all of them. Empty, responsive, maybe navigation drawer, scrolling, maybe scrolling,
Yeah.
right? Because we're going to scroll through these items.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's select that one. Say
Yeah.
next. Okay, here's where we're going to do the magic, right? Uh, so we probably want to call this the same way. So Axiom PL phone or Axiom inventory dot PL dot phone. Okay, notice that it has a saved location. So go to the directory that we still have open on the bottom there on the file explorer. Copy that path. Control A. Oh, click on it, Control A, Control C. And okay, but you want to keep the Axiom inventory PL phone on that save location. So just paste it before that. Yep. Just paste there. Okay. Language, what are the options? Oh, leave Kotlin because that's the default.
Okay.
And we leave it a lollipop. Do not use legacy. Your app will run in 98% of all the devices out there. Do you want to go up higher or?
I mean,
yeah, just leave it at 5. 10, yeah, that's good. 10. 50% of all devices. See that it's telling you how long it will, how big is your. I would leave it on the other one. I would leave it on 5.
Okay.
Wait, let's think about this. Because I wonder if the programming language changes a lot. And then we can't use certain things. Now, let's put it on 10.
Okay.
Okay. Then finish. And this thing should do magic. Magic starting. There's the magic. Okay. It's loading. I think that's a good thing. Search everywhere. Double shift. Oh, interesting. It's giving you the shortcuts there. New file, Control Shift N. Recent files, Control E. Navigation bar, Alt Home. Interesting. Okay. I like that double shift search everywhere. So I guess we can search anywhere on the system. Okay. So I would probably recommend you to go to some tutorials for Android, but I think we can figure something out right now.
Yeah.
All right. So we have something. I would minimize this right column with what's new. Yeah, click on that little line thingy. Hide. Yep. Do you want to update the coding style? Yeah, click on that apply style. See on the bottom right? It says code style, and there's a button that says apply the code style. No? Bottom right, your other right.
I'm sorry, bro. The video just lagged out, and I just got all of your audio at one time.
Oh, okay. So on the bottom right, there's a thing that says code style. Apply the code style.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Still loading. I wonder if it's actually loading the emulator on the left. That's what probably it is. It's gonna take a while because it's the first install. Okay. Okay, do you remember when we were going through Xamarin and there was a onCreate in there?
Yeah.
Okay, notice that line 16 says onCreate. It's the same thing again.
Yeah.
And notice that now on line 17 it says super.onCreate. It's doing the same thing.
That is the.
Yes. Okay, so notice also, do we have any fetches in here? No, not yet. Okay, but notice that it has a snack bar in there. The same way that we did it in the past. Oh, it's doing things on the bottom there. It's downloading a bunch of stuff. Okay. So it's very similar. However, the words are a little bit different, right? Instead of having using, you have imports. Instead of having a namespace, you have package right there on line 1. Line 3 is probably all your imports of libraries that you're using. So if you expand that import, it will probably show you that. Yeah, so those are all the things that it's downloading. Notice, of course, this is Java, so the curly braces comes at the end of the lines. I hate that, but oh well. And I don't know, I hate a lot of things. Well, no, we're doing Java now. No, you can't do that. You're doing Java, you do your curly brace at the end of the line. Bring it back. Come on, Austin, bring it back. We adapt to the culture. We don't change the culture. Okay, very good. Even if it hurts. It's the same thing as, for example, me as a Brazilian. Could I have brought the Brazilian culture into the US? Yes, I could, but I didn't do that because that's just wrong. You adapt to the culture, so I adapted to the US culture. I'm not forcing Austin to speak Portuguese with me.
Yeah.
I learn English, so I need to learn the Android things. Because guess what?
Yeah.
When you're going to ask questions, and if you paste your code and that curly brace is on the next line, some zealots are going to attack you. You don't want that. You don't want to waste time with those zealots. So you want to do your curly brace at the end of the line. Because zealots are
Yeah.
painful and you don't want to deal with them. Because that they will focus on a stupid
Yeah.
thing and then, oh well. Okay. So the Android thing's still loading. I think that's gonna take a while. Oh, click on commit. See on the left there's project and there's commit. On the left pane. I mean on the left like bar that is vertical. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Click on that commit. Oh, look at that. It's already figuring out that we did changes. Okay.
Nice.
Here's the thing that we need to do. This is an Android application, but our git.ignore file is for C#. So here's what I want you to do. Go to Chrome while this thing is loading. And then go to, I think it is gitignore.io on Chrome. Yeah, just press enter. Okay, type in Android. Oh, no, don't press enter. Just type in Android. Undo that last Android. Click on the X. Okay, and then try again. Yeah, Android Studio. It's just me or it's going really slow? Okay. Click on create.
Okay.
Okay. Control A on all of this to copy the entire thing. Okay, Control C to copy it. Okay, go to the directory where the Android Studio downloaded the thing. Or, I'm sorry, to your project, the Axiom on File Explorer. Okay, do you see that gitignore file there? Copy it.
Yeah.
Just copy the file. No, don't open, just copy. And now go inside that, oh, I removed the dots. Oh well, that's fine. Go inside the Axiom inventory PL phone and paste that file here. Oh, there's already one there. Okay. Oh, cool. It did that? Right click and edit that file. That's weird. No. Right click again? I think you right click on the directory, not on the file. Right click on the file. No, right click on the file. And say open with. In Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. I just want to see it. It's probably correct. Wow, I don't know if I like this. Okay, go to line 16 and paste what do Windows V as in Victor. The Windows key and the V key. Oh no. Okay, turn it on. Okay. Go back to Chrome and copy that thing again. So Control A, Control C, and then actually highlight this whole thing. Control A to highlight all of it, and then Control V to paste. Okay, and now save this. So these are the files that are going to be ignored, not to be pushed into GitHub, because we don't want all the files there. So this is like, you don't need to log files on your source control. So this is going to stop you from pushing those files. Okay, let's go back to to Android Studio. And I think that thing may be finished. Not yet. Okay, that's fine. Okay, see the buttons up there on that commit main? There's like a little round circle. There's a little thing like this. Hover over them to see what they say. Refresh, roll back. We don't want to roll back. No, don't click on that. Show difference. Okay, go next. Change list. Oh, there's right there on the bottom, there says commit message. Do you see it? There's a field, yeah. So just say added Android Studio app. And there's a commit and push button. Select file. Oh, select everything. So click. No, you need to select. See, there's a little empty box next to it. You need to click on those boxes. You need to check box. The items that just, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Now commit and push.
Sweet.
Oh, look at that. So this thing is connected to Git the same way that you're connected to Git. So if you go now, if you go to Visual Studio, what? Checks failed. 7 warnings. 1 to do. No. Did it not commit? Commit anyway and push.
Okay.
Yeah, commit, push. Interesting. He actually does checks for you, and if you don't pass the checks, he stops you. Interesting. Yeah, click on login via GitHub. This will probably launch Chrome. Yeah, authorize in GitHub. And then put your GitHub username and password. You need to use a password manager, by the way.
Yeah, maybe. What?
Ignore this. Wait. No, don't ignore this. Why is it doing that on your machine? Log in with your Windows username and password.
Windows?
Yeah, Windows. When you log into Windows. Okay, and then password. Your Windows password. I wonder if that's what they want. And they sign. Okay, try your GitHub username and password.
That's not it.
Okay. Do you know that IP address 127.0.0.1?
I do not.
So that's localhost. That means it's pointing to your own machine. So that is expecting a web server to be running on your box, and it is actually running, but for some reason it's requiring authentication for you to log in. Just cancel. And try to close this window. What is it doing?
I guess it's stuck in the sleep.
Cancel. Okay, try to push again. There's probably a push button here somewhere. So commit, pull. You know what? Go to. It's already committed, but it's not pushed. Where is the push button here? Oh, there's a Git on the menu on the top there, next to Window and Tools.
Git.
Yeah,
Okay.
there. Yeah, click there. Push and try push again. Use token. Okay, go to GitHub, open Chrome, and go to github.com.
No, that's not it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Go to sign in on the top right, and then sign in with your Git ID. We're just trying to get the token, so it doesn't matter what address you go to. We're going to generate a token.
That wasn't wrong.
Okay. Now on the top, oh, we have 10 minutes. Okay. On the top right, there is your little icon. Yep. Settings. Okay. On the left, there should be something says PG key, passwords, authentication, organization. Scroll down. I think is applications. No, developer settings. Developer settings. All the way to the bottom. On the left.
I see.
Yeah. Click on personal tokens. Yep. Generate a new token. Okay. Give it a name. I guess Android Studio. Okay.
Okay.
I think he only requires it for your first login. So check mark everything. You want full rights. You want to give this thing full rights. Yep. Some people might say that's a bad idea. I agree with them, but I'm not. I don't want to like, oh, we forgot to check this one thing and now it doesn't work. No, just do it. Yeah. Create a generate token. All right. Copy this. Go back to Visual Studio Code. I mean Visual Android Studio
Yeah.
and paste the thing in there and say login. So as I understand, the token is only required for you to register. After that, you don't need it anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, so since is registering right now, that 30 days, I think it should work after 30 days. Did it work? Because I don't think he updated my screen.
It did work.
Okay, so he pushed. Yes. All right. So now you can commit and push from Visual Studio Code. I mean,
Sweet.
Android Studio. Okay, it's gonna take me a while to say that correctly. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go back and see the Android on the left. So click on commit again. So I think the commit pane will hide once you do that.
Mhm.
Okay, where's that Android thing that was on the left? Oh, it doesn't matter. Click on play. See the play button up there? On the middle
Okay.
part. Yeah, that one. Yep. Let's see what happens. The one thing that you want to be able to do whenever I'm starting with any new language is you need to be able to debug. Oh, you opened that, or that was open from Xamarin?
That was open from Xamarin.
Okay, close. Yeah, close that. Close that emulator. By the way, you might want to go to the Visual Studio uh, install and remove Xamarin from it because it consumes a lot of your hard drive space.
Okay.
Is it not closing?
I guess not. Do I need to go to the?
No, open it up. Like click on it for it to show up on the main screen. There you go. No. Oh,
There it goes.
okay. Is the yeah? See on the bottom left it says executing thing. So it's trying to do things. Ignore the errors or fail to start or Sometimes though it will have an error, but it bypasses anyways. Wait a second, did we open this as admin? We didn't, did
Probably
we?
not.
Okay, close, yeah, close this. Close the entire thing. Exit. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, look for it on your start menu. And let's right click on Android Studio. Do not click on it. And say pin to taskbar. Okay, now right click on it, on the taskbar. And right click on that Android Studio. And say properties. And click on advanced. And then check mark that run as administrator. Okay? And okay. Now click on it. And it should ask you. Or no, it doesn't, because your machine doesn't do that. And I have no idea why. It's a little bit terrifying
Well,
though.
it did.
What?
It did.
Oh, it did ask you? Okay.
I think it's just going to be slow.
Yeah, it is. Anything, that type of development tool normally tends to be slow.
Yeah.
Because it is doing so many things behind the scenes. Yeah, while we are having this class, my printer is doing its job. Oh, and of
Should
course,
I
it just closed.
look?
Yeah, try to launch it again. Click on it again. So it's doing its thing. It's printing. Look at that.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a toilet paper holder.
Ah,
Because one of the toilet paper holders at the house broke.
oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I could go to Lowe's and get a new one or whatever place, or I can print it.
Yeah.
Did it work? Is it doing something behind the scenes and we can't see?
I don't know. I'm opening up the Process
Oh, okay.
Explorer.
Oh, very good.
I'm learning.
Yay, learning.
Okay, can I? Okay, how do I search this thing?
Well, chances are this thing is consuming a lot of CPU. So sort by CPU. See on the top there, there's a green header. So click on it. Now scroll all the way to the top. And you should see the one that is consuming the most CPU. So it's probably not doing anything. Okay, click on it right now while this thing is still open. Actually, go to the top left and go File on the Process Explorer. And yeah, that one, Show All Processes. You always want to do that because or else it doesn't show you everything.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely nothing there. Okay, so click on it and we should see something pop up here. There. And it's getting immediately killed. Okay, try to launch it as normal. Maybe it doesn't like to be launched as admin. So now click on the one above, the one that says recent. Click on that. I don't think it launches as admin when you select a file. No, it's immediately dying.
Okay, didn't like that either.
Okay, right click. Go to the right click on it. Right click again on the go ahead. Properties and uncheck. Yep. Okay, and then click on it and see what happens.
Yeah, yep. Still nothing.
That's weird. You know what do? We go to Google. Android Studio Windows not launching. Oh, and there's a Stack Overflow. Okay, so on the Process Explorer, look for Android Studio there. So do a search on the process name, sort by process. On the left, see?
Sort by process.
Yep. Click again. Okay, now scroll all the way to the top because it's A as in Android. So if it's here, it should be on the top. And there's no Android there. Actually, no. There. What is that? Oh no, that's audio diag. Huh. Okay. Since we only have 2 minutes, here's what I propose for you to do: restart the machine and try to launch it again. I bet that will work.
Okay.
Okay. And
All
try
right.
to launch it as admin and see if that works. If it doesn't work, then restart the machine again. I mean, try to do it without being admin and see if that works. And then you need to watch some tutorials to try to figure out how to make a list in Android.
Okay.
That's
I'll
your that's
figure all that
your
out.
that's your homework. But remember, you only
Okay.
have
Will do.
3 minutes a day to do that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Talk to you, Mr. Austin.
All right. I'll see
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
See ya. You're welcome. Have a good one. Bye.
You too.
Wait. Is it not ending? Interesting. It doesn't allow us to end. That's wonderful. There we go.